Okay, today is Monday, March 7th. It's approximately 10 after 12, and we are performing a sewer scope inspection at 1760 West Burlington Place. We're accessing the main sewer line through the main sewer vent stack here on the roof, and we intend to run from this point all the way to the tap out in the city main line, which is out here in the alley. Alright, so we've dropped down through the pipe. We were in the original cast iron, which is the main vent stack, and then you saw it transition into newer PVC pipe. We've come down now and we're down into the crawl space, heading towards the south, which is headed out towards the backyard and to the alley. So far it looks great. So as you can see here, down at the bottom of this little elbow, there's just a little bit of a belly in the line. We should be able to see that in the crawl space, but I'll take a look at that. That may need to be raised slightly to get this to drain properly, so we'll make a note about that. Yeah, as you can see here, there's definitely a belly or low spot in here, and it looks like it may be right at the transition heading out past the foundation out into the yard, so that will need some attention for sure. Okay, so it looks like I've just broken through a lot of sludge and debris, maybe some root growth at the transition between the PVC and maybe the cast. I'm going to back up again, see if I can clean the lens off, and then push through this again, see if we can see what's going on. Okay, so as you can see, I broke through that debris. Definitely we need to have the line cleaned at that location there. We can't really see much of anything at that transition, and so I would highly recommend that this be cleaned and then rescoped, and also have that low spot repaired so that it's draining properly, and then have it rescoped again to verify that these repairs are going to be adequate, and also verify that that transition is in good condition and not damaged. It's really having a hard time getting past that spot. I'm concerned that there may be something more than at that transition, possibly an offset joint or something. I flushed a toilet and I have water running right now, and obviously it's not coming through very well. So I'm going to continue on. Hopefully we'll be able to see. Now you can see the water starting to flow a little bit here. So I'll continue on out to the tap and see what else we have. Obviously you can't see very well, so I'm going to run out all the way till I can get to the tap, and then we'll get more water flowing and see if I can't run. Oh, there we go. It looks like I got it broke loose. See if we can get this cleaned off a bit so we can see. Okay, so clearly they had a lot of sludge and debris sitting in the line, and it looks like I've cleared a lot of it out with my camera pushing it through. So we're back here now to where we can see the transition between the PVC here and the cast iron. So I'll continue on here and see what we got. Actually, I'm going to back up and just make sure that that low spot was not a low spot. Maybe it was just because there was so much junk in the line. So let me back up here a minute. Nice. Okay, so there's not a low spot. It looks like it was a lot of sludge and debris caught in the line. So that's good to see. So obviously I've gotten that cleared out with the camera. So we'll continue on now and see what the rest of the line looks like. So obviously here at 45 feet, this is our transition between the cast iron and the original clay, and you can see we're making a transition right at a turn in the clay. There is a little bit of an offset you can see here at the right, and that certainly could be what was causing the part of that blockage problem. You remember when we came through here the first time, there was just lots of sludge and debris and stuff stuck through here. That may be our culprit there. Obviously you can see here some root growth coming in through this joint in the clay here. That will certainly need to be cleaned out. I wouldn't be able to push that out with the camera. That would have to be cleaned, and this is very typical. This is regular kind of maintenance that needs to be done to keep these clear. You can see it looks like more root growth coming in here along the bottom, which is causing a little blockage in the line. Root growth coming in through here and growing on down through the pipe, so definitely the line needs to be cleaned. Looks like here we have a little bit of a crack in the line, is what it looks like. You can see the joint here, and then right behind the joint there's another circle, a white kind of circle that you see there. That's not unusual. These are male to female connections, and the line that the camera is sitting in is the male end, and it is looks like it's fitting into the female end, and it looks like that just past the bell of that female end, it looks like it's cracked. That can be problematic down the road. Alright, so here at 102 feet, this is our tap into the city main line that's out in the alley. You saw there we had another offset joint that was having a bit of a difficulty getting over. At this point, I would highly recommend having the main sewer line cleaned, professionally cleaned, to clear out all those roots. There's places where it makes it very difficult to see the joints because of the roots. We saw that there was at least one crack. We had at least a couple of offset joints. So I would recommend professional cleaning and then re-scoping again to re-evaluate and make sure that there's not additional damage.